You know, when I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of TV shows. Some were awesome, and some, well, you get the picture. So I guess it's time to ask, does this hold up?
What shows come to mind when you think of Disney Channel cartoons? Some people probably think of early 90s cartoons like DuckTales, Chip 'n Dale, and Tailspin, or maybe you think of some early 2000s shows such as Recess or Kim Possible. But there was another show that aired around the same time as Recess and Kim Possible, but now seems to have been swept under the rug, and for the most part forgotten. But your old boy Brad here remembers the show, and remembers it quite well. What show am I talking about? Well, I think I'll let the show introduce itself.
Fillmore, I'm on it.
Disney's Fillmore was a Disney Channel cartoon that was created by Scott M. Gimple. The show aired from 2002 to 2004 for ABC and later for Toon Disney as well as the Disney Channel. The show follows a middle school student named Fillmore, an ex-troublemaker who is now the head investigator for the school safety patrol. Basically, the show's cops. Wait, if that's the case, shouldn't this be the theme song? Fillmore is voiced by Disney star Orlando Brown. You may know him from That's So Raven or from his mugshot. Huh, ironic. Fillmore is also accompanied by his partner and new girl to the school, Ingrid III, voiced by the extremely talented Tara Strong. The plot of the show is basically a parody of a police drama. A crime happens, they close it off to investigate it, Fillmore and Ingrid venture out to find out who did it, there's at least one chase scene, and they catch a criminal. Pretty much the whole show in a nutshell. It's kinda like a kid's version of Criminal Minds. One of the best parts of the show are the crimes themselves. Sure, it may sometimes be basically like a bunch of books being stolen. One of the crimes that stand out to me as one of my personal favorites is the one from Season 1 episode, Next Stop Armageddon. Fillmore and Ingrid get into trouble for accidentally destroying the principal's birthday cake and are sent to convention duty, which is very patrol at a school's convention. Fuck, I wish my old schools held conventions. If they held one for gaming, comics, or anime, I'd so fucking be there. The convention, though, is a train convention, and not only do
I like trains.
but seeing all the trains that's basically exploding, for some reason I love seeing it, and I got handed to the creators that this is kinda creative. There are two other episodes that stand out for me, one of which is the Season 2 episode, Immune to All But Justice. The episode is about the Canadian ambassador's son coming to the school, along with his assistant and Fillmore's old partner in crime, Penny Madrid, voiced by Francesca Mary Smith, who is known more for this role. Penny changed her life around at the same time Fillmore did, thanks to the Canadian ambassador's son. But Fillmore had doubts once a bunch of fake baseball cards showed up, and good thing he did, because it turns out the Canadian ambassador's son is behind the whole scandal. Well, thanks for making us Canadians look bad, you dick. Part of the episode, however, that stands out to me the most is the very end, where Fillmore goes to have dinner with Penny, who you can tell he has developed feelings for. It is revealed that even though she helped Fillmore out this whole time, she was holding a bunch of fake baseball cards and completely played Fillmore. What happens next is one of the most savage things Fillmore has ever said.
You played me for a sucker, Penny. I'm not going out like that. Not for you. Not anymore. Be at HQ first thing in the morning. Don't make me come get you. And one last thing, baby. That chicken was dry. Real dry.
Bravo, sir. Bravo. Bravo! What an amazing savage motherfucker. Now, aside from the savageness of that scene, the other reason why this stands out is because I can honestly relate to being played similarly to Fillmore. More worse than that. I won't go into detail or mention any of the names of these women, but I have been in some pretty shitty relationships and have been played pretty hard, and this episode, while it is on a much smaller scale, really does show that people like this exist and really shows how you should handle that type of situation. By putting the middle finger up and telling that fucker to fuck the hell off, I ain't letting you play me no more. I have to give this show major props for covering a topic like this, as most shows don't go there and teach kids to not be fucked with. And I think that's something kids need to learn, because there are a lot of two-faced dickbag people in the world, and if a show can find a way to teach that at a young age, it can ultimately help them in the future and gets major props from me. Anyways, enough of the seriousness of my personal life. On to the other episode that stands out for me, which is a Season 1 episode, Masterstroke of Malevolence. This episode, unlike almost all the other episodes, does not take place at the school. It takes place at a museum the school goes on a field trip to. Basically, the characters are in one of the painting rooms when the light goes off, then back on, and and reveals that someone drew a mustache on one of the paintings. So the room goes into lockdown and everyone becomes a suspect. It is later revealed though that it was the museum security guard, who is also the man who painted the painting and wanted to complete it with the mustache back when he painted it. He did it because he wanted to prove he was useful and the museum was forcing him to retire from his job. So basically, he put the mustache on to not only complete his painting, but to hope it is blamed on someone else so he can kick them out and look like the good guy. Kind of a dick move. Also, if you didn't know it was him that did it, you must be stupid or never seen the show, because they pretty much kill all the mystery at the start of the episode.
Early retirement. Over 30 years of loyal service, and this is what I get.
It's not right. You're the best guard this museum's got.
Huh. Tell that to Mr. Prosper.
There's gotta be something we can do. Some way to prove how valuable you are.
You see what I mean? The reason this episode stands out, though, is the fact that it takes place somewhere else, because it's honestly refreshing to have an episode in a whole different environment. Because one of the downsides of this show is the fact that the show has a very rinse and repeat cycle, all in the same environment, and that can get a little boring after a while. Like, every episode goes like this. A crime happens, they investigate it, there's at least one chase scene, they catch the bad guy, and Fillmore has his last word that teaches the kids watching a lesson. And while that's not necessarily a bad thing, it can get a little boring after a while. That's why this episode is such a refresher from the usual. Yes, it shares similarities to every other episode, including a chase, but it goes through a kick-ass Oregon playground. Even at 21 years of age, I would totally play in it, but it has a different feel to it, and it is a new environment, which feels really needed in this show once in a while. One problem I have with this episode, though, is the ending is kind of stupid. I won't spoil it, but if you have watched this episode, you know what I mean. The only other thing I think is worth mentioning about the show is the characters. My personal favorite is Ingrid Third. I gotta thank for not only goth women, but for women with high intelligence too. Now, I'm not saying I have a sexual attraction to Ingrid, as she is a kid. However, an adult woman exactly like her would be right up my alley, so to speak. So you can now leave picture of Chris Hansen.
No hug for me?
Get the fuck out of my video, Chris! Anyways, other characters to mention are, of course, Fillmore himself, Junior Commissioner Paleo, voiced by Horatio Sand, and the bitchy principal, Principal Folsom, voiced by Wendy Malick. There are tons of other characters in the show as well, some better developed than others, but all in all, there isn't any characters I dislike. So before we end off this review, is there any other flaws worth mentioning? Well, one minor flaw is that Fillmore cost the school shit tons of money when trying to stop crime. How has this fucker not been removed from the force and not punished for the amount of damage he has caused is beyond me. He seems like more of a problem for the school than anything.
You destroyed an entire shipment of brushed steel stalls. You ruined a month's supply of macaroni.
But with all the flaws I have mentioned, I have to say they don't affect what I think of the show too much. Yes, it feels a little boring and repetitive from time to time, but it is something I can easily look past. If you do not mind a little repetitiveness, then I recommend this little hidden gem to you. The chase scenes, while some are better than others, bring a lot of fun action to the show, and the show also has a lot of cool and relatable characters. It also teaches kids some pretty good life lessons, and even teaches topics most kids shows would avoid. So I'm sure you guessed it by now, but I think this show definitely holds up as a little hidden gem of a show. So that was Disney's Fillmore, and it's gotten our second hold-up rating. Granted, thinking about it now, our first review of the series really borderlines that hold-up for me. I may introduce a middle rating in the future. So thanks for watching. Also, let me know what you think down below about our new audio format, or if you would rather see my awesome, amazing face in future videos. Shut up. Anyways, I'll be back with more videos soon. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching. If you are new here, please subscribe by clicking or tapping the first circle, or clicking the subscribe button. Click or tap the second circle to go to my vlog channel, and click or tap one of the rectangles to see more of my videos. All my socials are linked down below as well. Peace out.